Alright guys, in this video I'm going to do another SEO audit of another lawyer that I found on Google, and I think this one is a pretty good example of a couple of things like why you need to establish your website with different pages, have pages on different topics within the category and things like that in order to actually rank on page 1. So what I found was I searched Perth Family Lawyer this time and I scrolled down to about page 3, as you can see here, and came across this website. Now this one caught my eye because they have the keywords in the URL and in the meta title, so that's been done correctly, and yet they were on page 3 or 4. And so I decided to look into this and see what was going on. So I clicked on the website and got taken to the home page, and what I immediately noticed about this website is that it's a very simple website. There's very few pages on it. That right there is basically one of the big issues in terms of SEO, and I'll explain and show you an example why. Now, one thing as well is that the main headline, I'm just going to check if this is actually a H1. No, it's not even an H1. Okay, so another big problem there. It's just H2, but it doesn't have the keyword Perth in here anywhere either. So it did in the meta title, but it doesn't have it in the H1 headline, as you can see here. And then there is legal solutions, but it doesn't talk about family law much on the homepage that ranks for the keyword family lawyer. And then it also doesn't have a lot of content as well. So that's problem number one. Now, the bigger thing on top of this is if we go into the services page, unfortunately, the entire services page is just this. It's just services, and then it's got the different services listed. And now these don't even appear to be headings even at all. They're just basically bolded paragraph text. And then this is an H1. So that is an H1. Now you can see here that the issue is they're never going to rank for keywords like divorce lawyer Perth or de facto relationship Perth or anything like that, simply because it's just not relevant enough compared to the other websites on Google. Because if we go and take a look at the exact keyword I searched to find these guys, let's go to page 1 where we're going to find obviously the best results that Google wants to show. Here's another one, perthfamilylawyers.com. They're number 1. Now, okay, this meta title is not great, but they're ranking because of the exact match domain. That's going to be helping a ton. But I bet you if we go in here, we'll probably find more pages as well. So this one is actually going to be a good comparison, simply because they also have exact match or close match domain with the keyword in it. But you can see how the website, first of all, has family law multiple times, Perth Family Lawyers. Let's see if that's an H1. It probably will be. Okay, so that's an H2. These guys could probably improve as well. But I mean, they are on page 1, so I mean, technically you could argue, does it really matter? Probably not in this case, because they are ranking. But, you know, it's an opportunity for someone else to take over. But if we take a look here, first of all, you can see that they've got some blogs. So first of all, they're ahead as it is because they've got a couple of pages. And if we take a look at this, they don't have more content there. Let's see if they've got any more pages anywhere. They've got multiple service pages: divorce, parenting solutions, property settlements, etc. So let's see if these are H1s. So these are H1s. And so that demonstrates an example of why you need to have good content on the topic, because you're competing with other pages that do. And so your website's simply just not going to be as relevant as something like this, for instance, for that keyword, because you just don't talk about it. There's definitely stuff that can be improved here as well. As you can see, obviously they don't have a CTA, they don't have pictures, or they don't have any reviews or anything. It's not a very good landing page. However, they are ranking number 1, at least for the main keyword family lawyer Perth. So, you know, it is working. Now, again, opportunity for someone to take them over here if they wanted, but it's still a step ahead of the initial one. Now, if we take a look at some of the other ones, we'll probably find something very similar. Yep, you can see here multiple service pages as well for the different areas. You can see also they've got the keyword family lawyers Perth in this headline. Let's see if this is an H1. Yep, it is an H1. They've got some content here, mention family law again. So you can see already what the issue is. So this would be a start. And then if you take a look here, you can probably find that these guys have probably a blog. Let's see if we can find it. They do have a blog as well. So now they'll be talking about this topic as well. Yep, here you go. So they're already established way ahead by this as well. Now, the other thing I did is I took the initial website that we were looking at and I put it into SEMrush just to see what's happening. And you can see here that it's been around for about a year, but unfortunately they have no backlinks. They've got basically no authority score in the domain. They are ranking for some keywords, but very few. Like after a year, ranking for 50 keywords in total is very, very little. And you can see that Google estimates they get very little traffic. Now I'm just going to set this to Australia, but you'll see that, yeah, family lawyers Perth page 3. So it does rank for the exact name of the lawyer, but that's the only thing it seems to rank for, and everything else is just, it's on page 2, page 3. Now, what's interesting is they're in a pretty good position position because they're so relevant, I guess, with the domain, that they're on page 3 already without any of this stuff being done. So they could probably pretty easily get up to page 1 by doing this correctly, but they need to do it, right? So the other interesting thing I wanted to point out about this as well is that after a year being online, they have 0 backlinks. So this means that they haven't built any citations or anything like that, and they don't have any interesting content at all that nobody wants to link to. Because after a year being online, you're going to get some links if your website's found by something. Even if it's like random strange websites and things like that, you are going to get at least some kind of link. So I find it very interesting that they have 0 links whatsoever, which basically means that they're either not showing up for anything, which we can see they're not on page 1, but also that they're just not attracting links for any reason, and it's probably because the website has very little content. So I thought that was another interesting example of a situation where they got the domain name with the exact keyword in it, and that's giving them a lot of relevance in that particular topic, because obviously they're on page 3 or page 4 for a main keyword, but because they haven't done everything else correctly and they haven't built out all the content, unfortunately they're not on page 1, and as a result they're getting pretty much 0 traffic. So this is why it's important to build out all the content, all the specific pages, optimize the site properly on the website, and do all these other things, build citations, get some backlinks as well, in order to actually rank, because you can be close like this, but the rest of it to just push it over the line. So I hope you guys found this one interesting. If you want me to audit either your website or another website you're interested in, just post it in the comments below and I'll do an audit. I'm going to be making more of these videos, so just send it over. Otherwise, if you'd like me to coach you on how to do SEO or Google ads for only $49 a month, go to learndominatemarketing.com. And if you'd like us to do the SEO or Google ads for your business, go to dominatemarketing.io, book a call with us there. Catch you on the next one.